Cho Soo-jin, she's asked us to use a false name, is one of more than 20,000 North Korean defectors living in South Korea. Often their lives are defined by poor education, discrimination and low living standards. But Cho managed to make money in China after her initial escape, and now she's using it to study for a degree in social welfare, equipping herself with the skills she hopes to use in the North after reunification.
We have to enlighten North Korean people first, and I believe we have to help poor people.
As well as her university course, Cho attends weekly night classes, part of a 4-month leadership academy for hand-picked defectors. Part government funded, its aim is eventually to train 1,000 so-called intellectual troops who, in the event of the collapse of the Pyongyang regime, would go home and help remake North Korea in the South's image.
If unification happens suddenly, there is no alternative power in North Korea. There are only people trained to work a totalitarian system. Defectors have been educated in both the South and North. They are the ones who can build a democratic society in North Korea.
All North Korean defectors get one standard intensive burst of education, 3 months in the Hanawon Center south of Seoul, where they're taught how to open bank accounts, use the internet and other skills to survive in an advanced modern society. But for many, survival is as good as it gets, and while South Korea can absorb a few thousand, a post-unification flood of millions of unskilled North Koreans is a scenario that keeps policymakers up at night.
If we suddenly and unexpectedly unite, many issues of practicality may arise. Instead of a sudden unification happening someday and causing chaos, our government policy is to take a phased approach through establishing various economic and ethnic communities.
With the apparent improvement in the health of the North Korean leader Kim Jong-il and Chinese support for his succession plan, some analysts here in Seoul are playing down talk of a sudden collapse of the Pyongyang regime. Nonetheless, the government here has a plan for just such an event, and it's a plan designed in part to prevent a sudden influx of North Korean refugees. According to a Ministry of Defense report last year, the heavily militarized border would not be thrown open. The South Korean army intends to, quote, accommodate and protect southbound North Koreans and transfer them to government authorities. But while millions are expected to try to head south, one small group of highly skilled North Koreans continue to plan their own journey in the opposite direction. Harry Fawcett, Al Jazeera, Seoul.